Shalom. Once again, this is Menachem Yoshkowitz for the BHI Terror Watch. And I'd like to follow up on a old video that I had made about the BHI groups and their ability to keep kashrus. And when I mean keeping kashrus, I mean really keeping to the biblical dietary laws. The dietary laws found in the Torah. My argument with many of these groups, these organizations in the modern Hebrew Israelite community amongst African Americans and some Hispanics, they only give a limited detail of what it really means to fully keep kashrus. They talk a lot about clean foods and unclean foods, such as not eating swine, not eating shellfish. Some talk about abstaining from certain foods that may have been processed in factories that do process shellfish or swine. They talk about that, but they do not fully talk about that. You don't know how to know if food is clean or not. Most of these organizations gloss over it. Now, in the mainstream Jewish community, we have certifiers, we have hechshers that diligently certify kashrus, purity, the real essence of being kosher, which is something that is absent amongst these Hebrew Israelite groups. Now, there are certain groups in mainstream Jewish circles that truly devote their life's work to kashrus and really certifying what is truly clean and what's not clean, what's kosher and not kosher. Chief among these groups is the OU. It is the most respected and probably the best known of the certification groups on what is kosher. Many people see it on a wide variety of items. They are the most reliable certification in the world on what does it really mean to be kosher. It's the most respected, and it is truly the way you know it's kosher. Next to them is the OK, another well-known certification. Not as good as the OU, but very well known, very well respected in its own right. Then we have the KFK, another internationally known kashrus certification. Not as good as the OU and the OK, but again, well respected, well known amongst those keeping kosher. And then you have others, many of them regional, some of them regional to certain nations where there's a Jewish population. Many of these vary in standards, but most of them are respectable enough of keeping kosher. Then you also have others that are run by Sephardic rabbis and other rabbis, Mizrahi rabbis, etc. Really, these organizations are the overseers to really following the dietary laws sent to us by Hashem. Now, I'd like to ask, where are your great millstone hexes? Where are the hexes in the ISUBK, in the IUIC, in We Got Next? Where are they? Where are the hexes in the Mr. Hebrew One organization? They're nowhere to be found. They give you a list of clean and unclean foods taken from some book. And while, most of them are clean and unclean foods, the list may be accurate, it's quite vague. Whereas on the other hand, in the real Jewish community, we go beyond the basics, the 101. Most of the Hebrew Israelite communities in the African American community, they don't go beyond the no pork, no shellfish, and no leaven and pesach. But do you teach people how to kosher kitchens? You don't have special dietary culinary officers in your organizations. But real Jews do. Real people that adhere to the tenets of Judaism do. We take the essence of kashrut seriously. Now, if you really claim that you are the real Jews, the real Hebrew Israelites, you need to step up your knowledge in food sciences if you really want to know what kashrut is. Otherwise, you're not being the fullness of the essence of being chosen. You're just posing. That is some food for thought. I bid you shalom. Mahado, hi, 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 hi.